Boom! Welcome to Wednesday night's main event. I am your host, Mr. Kelly Bullock, the Bullock Experience, the Creek Junkie Extraordinaire. Mr. Kevin is not going to be in the house today. He is overdid it at work, and so he is all pooped out at home. And because Daryl had him stack a bunch of barrels the other day, and then he overdid it at work, so he's home resting. But tonight we have Team Snagging Whiskers with us tonight. We have Dustin that way, and we have Sean down that way.
It's me.
What's going on, fellas?
Not much.
What's happening?
Not much. Appreciate you coming on Wednesday night's main event, and let's get talking about some whisker snagging.
Well, thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Appreciate you taking time and coming out and hanging out with us tonight and talking some catfish, definitely.
Absolutely.
So, for those, I most everybody, 95, 99% of people know where you're from, but for those that come in that don't know where you're from, kind of give us a little information about who you are, a little backstory of your fishing. We'll start with Sean this time because we always start with Dustin. Always. Let's go start with Sean.
Absolutely. Start with me. Well, we're from the James River. I live a little further upstream than what Dustin does. I'm on the, I guess we'll call the west side of Richmond. So I'm in the non-tidal section of the James River, which I fish occasionally, but I prefer to go to the tidal section, which is on the eastern side of Richmond, where the home of the monster blue cat lives. But yeah, Dustin and I have been fishing for, I don't know, three or four years.
3 years now.
Yeah, 3 years. And maybe 2 years ago we decided to start putting the channel together. And we like fishing on the James River. So that's the quick story of us.
There you go. Richmond north of Richmond.
No, Kevin, we're the poor men south of Richmond. That's us. Oh, goodness.
Oh, we got Trophy Seekers Outdoor in the house, Fish Sizzle in the house. We got Miss Sharon Chavez in the house. And, of course, Mr. Kevin from Palmetto Cats. So, Dustin, pretty much the information is the same on you, right?
Yeah, sorry, I had to mute. I got a train going by. I live right by the train tracks.
Yeah.
I actually live probably about, is that loud?
Not too bad.
Okay. I actually live about 10 minutes from the Vulture's Nest, Dutch Gap. So that was at one point one of our favorite launching locations on the James, and that's more of the middle section of the tidal part of the James. But I've gotten so tired of the vultures tearing up things that we try to avoid that area. But yeah, so I live about 10 minutes from that area, more south of Richmond by about 20 minutes. And obviously right by a train track.
Choo.
So Sean and I met at work. We've worked together for 18 years.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
And I took Sean fishing. Sean and his son Snacks took them fishing one day. He had never been catfishing. I took him fishing one day out on the James, and we went down a little farther downriver than where we usually were, or where I used to fish. And we ended up catching a few blue cats that day. Nothing big, just a few blues, and I think at that point they were hooked. And so, from that day on, we've been fishing together as much as possible.
Yeah.
What kind of train is that? Is that a passenger train or CSX?
They both pass through here. I'm guessing it's a CSX because passenger trains usually go the other way.
And Sharon Shaw said, "Hey, now Oliver Anthony is awesome. He loves fishing also. LOL."
Yeah, yep. I actually don't live too far from where he's from Farmville, so I'm a rock throwing distance from Farmville, so he lives in my backyard.
Hey, Miss Becca.
Miss Becca is in the house, out
What's that?
walking and listening. We got Miss Becca. We got Double Hook Angling in the house. We got
What's going
Miss
on?
Uptown Chrissy Brown in the house, and Steve Ransom has just joined us. What's up, Steve?
What's up,
We got
Steve?
12 awesome, wonderful people in here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and share it out, and get some more
Hope
people in here. Definitely.
Hope everybody's had a wonderful week thus far.
Oh, absolutely.
We're halfway through,
Yep, halfway through.
and then
I'm
starts the
actually,
busy part of the week for us.
yeah, I'm actually kind of thrilled. I'm actually going to get the boat out tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm going to get the boat out and throw out some planter boards and just go fishing. I'm not going to go live. I'm just going to go fishing, just see what I do, because I just want to make sure my boats are up and ready to go and for the rest of the year.
yeah. I've had a couple of people ask me about fun fishing, and unfortunately, I don't get to do much of the fun fishing anymore. We're not trying to get content or going live or doing something. We're always doing something with YouTube when we're out on the boat fishing. I don't
I'll
take
have
many
my camera
opportunities.
I'll have my phone and stuff. I'll probably videotape and stuff like that, but I know I don't have service in the area I'm going to go to, so I definitely can't go live, but I'll have some
Right.
content.
Yeah, that's the
Definitely.
thing. Keep the GoPro going, do a little scouting.
Yeah.
No, what is your strategy? Are you always pulling planer boards, dragging baits, or do you
Well,
anchor? Or
this is the first time I've owned a boat. So normally I creek fish or I bank fish. So I've been watching a lot of people talk about flatheads. I got a body of water that's got a lot of flatheads in it, and
gotcha.
I've always looked to see and ask questions about pulling boards or drifting for flatheads.
Right.
And I've had a lot of people tell me that they've been catching flatheads that way too. So I was like, well, I'll try that because I've got the planer boards already. I've had them for probably 2 years now. And I was like, well, I'll try that out first because that might be easier for me instead of trying to anchor up and stuff like that and trying to find spots right now.
Yep.
I'll just start pulling and see what I can do.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, we've had some luck on the James pulling and dragging. I know we caught a 19-pound flathead one night over there deep bottom. But yeah, and Dustin probably has a little more experience than I do with that. But I probably caught the majority of mine anchored, but for flatheads. But
yeah, I tried something new that I hadn't tried before. I was with Stan 2, and it was during Stan Day, I think last week, maybe the week before last. He called it live lining. So essentially, it's free lining live bluegill. So you put a live bluegill on the hook. There's no weights, nothing. You just put the bluegill back in the water and let them swim and open your bail. And I ended up catching it wasn't a very big flathead. It was probably about a 2 to 3 pound flathead, if that. But the bluegill that it took was, when you looked at the flathead, bluegill laying sideways was taller than the flathead was wide.
God.
And he swallowed the entire thing.
Oof.
yeah,
We've got bass in ours that will eat a hand size bluegill.
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, there's times that we've pulled 6 and 7 pound bass out of the water and they have a hand sized bluegill sitting in their mouth. I mean, it's crazy. So I know we've got some big flatheads around here. I mean, I think some of our waters I've been seeing pictures of 55 pounders, 35 pounders, 40s, 20s. I mean, we've got all kinds. So
yeah, that's crazy. My oldest was heading off to college. I don't know, maybe a month or 6 weeks ago, and she's like, "Dad, I want to go catch one of those big catfish." She had never really been catfishing, and we set up and threw up, I don't know, 4 or 5 lines, and within like 30 minutes, she nails one and pulls it in. It's a 45-pound flathead. her first catfish ever.
Nice.
So she's been burning me up. She's coming home in a few more weeks. She's like, "Dad, as soon as I get home, first fall break, we're going catfishing." I was like, "We probably won't catch another 45-pounder, but we'll try."
Well, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. The water, when I was out Saturday night and Sunday, the water is still 80 degrees.
Yeah.
So they're still going to be roaming around until about that 50, 55 degree mark,
Yeah. Yeah.
feeding up for wintertime.
Right.
We got a few more
Definitely.
that came in the house. We got Pontoon Jody's in the house.
What's up, Jody?
Austin
What's happening?
from Fishing Fevers in the
Ooh,
house.
Another
Fishing in
James
fever.
River brother.
Yep. One of my peeps from the other side that's outside the fishing community, the Bud Files. What's going on, my friends?
Evening.
Appreciate you coming in here. We've got, like I said, we had Steve Ransom earlier come in. Mike Sampson, Mr. Sampy is in the house.
What's up, Sampy?
Yep. See what else we got coming in here that I didn't see. JG Hills in the house. He said,
What's up,
"Evening, you
JG?
knuckleheads."
Definitely knucklehead.
Yep, they're saying Team James River.
James River.
Yeah, JG's from North Carolina area, but he's in all of our lives, and he does a fantastic job. We love having him up on panel when we're out fishing.
Oh yeah, I've seen him up on panel before, and he's doing good. I think he's done a couple tournaments now. I think
he is he's a musician. That's hard to say for me apparently. And he does a lot of that on I think Friday nights and over the weekends, but he's a drummer.
Nice.
Good guy.
Yep.
So what's your favorite way to catch catfish?
Sean, go ahead.
I prefer noodling. Noodling's my favorite. No, I'm too old for that.
Jump
Way
down in the
too old for
water,
that.
stick your hands in there.
My favorite way to catch catfish. I don't know. Now that I've gotten older in my middle age, I just like to set the anchor up, set the spot lock, and just sit back and watch the rods. That's got to be my favorite way. I mean, I
maybe take a nap.
Take a nap, just kind of drifting off and waking up and hearing that drag peeling.
Oh yeah.
I think spot lock is my favorite way. I like to sit up on a spot and just I'm kind of a chill dude, so like I just like to sit there and anchor up. I know Dustin's got a different method.
Well, I've got. I'm going to give you the typical catfish angler answer. I like to do whatever they are biting. So if you got to move baits and that's how they're gonna bite. That's what I like to do. If there's current and you can anchor up, I'm okay with just sitting there anchored up. Matter of fact, one of the things I'm working on right now, because this time of year, moving baits is one of the better techniques to use to catch fish, and so I can only anchor up in my boat. We can troll when we're in Sean's boat, but I don't have a trolling motor, but I am working on getting one. So that's going to be when I'm out on my boat with either myself or Austin or Stan too, or if Sean comes out with us on my boat, I'll be able to troll that way too. So I think that's going to be a game changer on my boat.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite ways to catch catfish is with friends, right? So having other people on the boat with me or being live on YouTube, that's one of my favorite types of fishing because the interaction with other people really kind of gets me going.
Oh, where was it? Right here it is. Austin says my 50 from Saturday was anchored. Dustin, you're fine.
That was a beast Austin caught on Saturday night. Good gosh, that thing was huge.
Yeah, I had other things going on Saturday night that I had to worry about. I tried to catch some fish, but
what's this? Paddling the boat back to the ramp sucks. Ask Dustin. All right. So
what's that song?
I kind of heard about this one, but what's the story on this one, there, Dustin?
All right. So, and I'm going to give the whole story.
That's fine. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, and it's not very long. So a lot of people will make fun of me and have already because I ran out of gas during Austin's tournament.
Been Jody lately?
Yeah. So I put in at a ramp that's a little further downriver than where Stan 3 and Austin put in. Here comes another train. Good Lord. That's a passenger train. So I put in a little farther downriver, but the ramp is a little bit farther off the main channel.
Mhm.
And before I went out on the water, I actually put fuel in my boat. So I had around half a tank. Well, I don't do a lot of moving in my boat because I anchor, right? So I'm like, this is going to be perfect. I'll be fine. I did not account for the run I had to make up to Austin to pick up a fishing rod. So I went all the way from the it's about a 2.5 mile run from the boat dock to the where I was going to anchor up, and then probably another 3 miles to Austin, and then another 3 miles back to my fishing spot. And then of course I moved around a little bit, but halfway through the tournament, I was coming back upriver, and halfway through the cut, my boat ran out of gas, and I was getting a little nervous because the current was flowing pretty strong in that cut.
Mhm.
And I threw my anchor out. I'm like, I'll just anchor here, and I'll fish the rest of the tournament here because there's current, and I was marking some huge fish coming through that channel, and my anchor wouldn't stick. I felt like it was just dragging across rocks. And so I was letting more and more line out, trying to get my anchor to stick. And I got to the end of my rope, and I'm like, it's still not doing anything. And I'm drifting pretty quickly and straight toward a channel marker. The Lewis and Clark on. Yeah, I'll get to that part in just a minute. So I pulled that 100 foot of line in, and I realized that my zip tie had broken on my anchor, so I had to put another zip tie on my Neverlost. I threw it back down, and finally it stuck. And so, but I was relegated to that spot, and I pulled my anchor up about an hour left, and I let the current take me down into a more open area off the main channel, so I wasn't worried about any barges, because if a barge was going to come down, I was screwed. There was no way I was going to be able to move my boat other than just pull anchor.
Yeah.
So I got to an area where I felt safer. It was shallower water. So I was there until the end of the tournament, and it wasn't, and I had to get back to the boat ramp. I did have gas and a fuel can in my truck, but of course, it wasn't doing me any good. So, Stan 3 and Austin, they both graciously offered to help. I mean, Stan 3 was a little bit more of a precarious situation. He would have been in if he were to help me. So I told him to just go ahead. Austin, it would have taken him a while to get to me. But Austin, to his credit, did stay on live with me, or stay backstage with me until he got home, which was about another hour and a half from the time I pulled out my oar, and started rowing my boat. I had one oar, and so I rowed an 18.5 foot pleasure boat to just under 2.5 miles.
Oof.
And so it took me from 12:30 is when I started. Stan 3 also gave me a long 10-foot pole that I think he uses as a kind of a power pole when he's in shallower water.
Mm-hmm.
So he gave me that because at one point I was rowing and I'm like, man, I feel like I've gone somewhere, but I feel like I look around, I'm like, I don't look like I've gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I raised my motor. My fin on my motor was stuck in the mud.
Oh.
So I was rowing for like 10 minutes and not even knowing I wasn't moving.
Oh my goodness.
So after Stan 3 took off,
it's like
I got out into the deeper water.
It's like one of those cartoons where you keep
I know, right?
Going nowhere. You're on top of a hill.
Uh-oh. He ran out of gas again.
Yep. Well, we're waiting on him to come back. We'll say hello to a few people. We got a new person in the chat. Appreciate you coming in. So he's from the Susquehanna area in Pennsylvania. Appreciate you coming in. We've got Mr. Dexter Tang all the way from Malaysia. Good morning, Malaysia. Sir. Have a good morning at work. Definitely. We got Backlash Fisherman in the house. There's Jeff Beal is in the house.
Can you hear me?
Jeff?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Yep. Sorry about that.
Yeah, again. There's nope. No sound. There's Mr. Duggar in the house. Yep, he'll have to leave and come back in.
Yeah, pop back in. Mr.
Yep.
Duggar, what's happening?
We got Cat Claws in the house. Mr. Adam himself.
Cat claws.
How's that?
Better.
All right. Sorry
Loud
about
and
And he's done again.
clear.
Nope, no sound.
You got to get closer to the router box. Your AOL dial-up is not working.
Yep. There's Miss Fishing for Whiskers.
What's up, Rhonda? What's happening?
Yep. Trying to see. We're trying to catch back up. Yep, JG, I'm doing good, man. Glad I'm over whatever I had a little bit ago. It's a lot better now.
Oh man, that stuff's been
I
going
had
around.
rough, whatever it was, coughing
I
my
did
head
too.
off. I was mowing. That's my biggest thing. I've been bush hogging about 2 other farms, and all that dust and all that stuff. I'm still. If I don't have something to drink, I'll cough my head off all night long.
Oh man, yeah.
I still got effects of it.
I think I had that RSV stuff. I couldn't get rid of that stuff for nothing.
Nope.
Man, you do.
Sorry, Dustin. It's still. Yeah. I
we
love
got
this
some
one.
volume there.
JG. Dustin's a tech dude, and he don't.
He's got to call tech support. He's getting some volume there.
Yeah, he's getting something. I saw somebody said something about guard dog. Did I miss somebody? Oh yeah, there he is. Mr. Guard Dog Inc. themselves. Probably Mr. Monty. Or one of them.
Farming. I didn't know you did farming out
15
there.
wonderful people. Oh, Adam. It's Adam here. Adam's on Guard Dog. See, look at that.
What's up, Adam?
Adam's doing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
JG says, Sean, are you when you fishing live again?
I know I've been slacking. So I've got kind of in that era where my kids are like super busy into sports. So my oldest is off at college. She's playing lacrosse down in North Carolina. So we've been ending up at games on the weekend with her. And my middle child is playing basketball. Snacks. I think everybody knows Snacks from YouTube. He's 6'5" and kind of in the basketball recruiting scene at the moment. So man, they keep us on the road, keep us busy. And speaking of farming, we have a little small farm here at the house. We run some goats and chickens, and we stay busy around here. It's nonstop action.
We had sheep.
Sheep, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had 80. We got rid of them, but we had 86, I think, at the end. We sold them all.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yep.
I got you. So I guess y'all still do hay. Is that what you're saying? You were cutting?
No, we let the grass grow real high, and so we were just trying to cut it down.
I got
Get back to manageable. Since
there's
there's no animals out there on the farm anymore, so we're just trying to keep it manageable.
There you go. Yeah. I'm an old farm boy. I went to Virginia Tech. Got a agriculture degree.
Okay, there you go. Got that one.
There he always back in the studio.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you perfectly now.
All right, sorry about that. My phone kept ringing and it kept knocking my sound out.
Speak again there, Dustin.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I may need to turn my mic up.
There you go.
Sorry about all the technical difficulties.
No problem. There you go. Sean is one pig away from being a homesteader. I'm jealous.
Austin was literally right down the road from me. He's been over here.
Yep.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly now.
All right, sorry about that. My phone is still ringing off the hook. I don't know if it's my wife or my son calling, but I switched to my laptop. Speaking of my son, there he is.
What's up, Landon? What's happening?
Landon.
What's going on, Landon?
He's got his headphones on, so I don't even know if he can hear you all.
But
anyway.
Yep.
If you want me to get back to my story, I can.
Yep, go for it.
All right. Sorry, I didn't know what y'all were in the middle of.
We were talking about sheep.
So
Yeah, we were talking about sheep and goats.
So anyway, I started rowing about 12:30. This big long 1,500 pound pleasure boat. All the way to about, it was just like I said, just under 2.5 miles. It took me 3 hours. But like I said, to Austin's credit, he stayed with me backstage for about, I don't know, an hour and a half of that, well, until he got home, and then I was on my own for the rest of the night, which was fine because it was a beautiful night. I mean, you could see nothing but stars. I had my overall, but I took my hoodie off, so it was a beautiful night. The only thing that worried me was, so when I got back to the boat ramp, the tide started coming in. And so I was headed to the dock, and I was afraid that if I missed that dock, I wasn't going to get back to it because the current was coming in and it was picking up.
Yeah.
But luckily I made it. I made it to the dock, and I got everything. I put gas in my boat from the truck, and everything is worked perfect since then. So I even fell asleep in the truck at a gas station. Then went to fish stand day a couple hours later.
Jeff Bill. He said, "Oh snap! I thought Dustin was on this boat a few minutes ago."
I jumped off the boat and came inside. No.
Yeah.
That's how close he is to the river.
Yep.
That's right.
It's really a houseboat.
And that's the thing is about these kind of stories, and a lot of times we don't get into these stories when we do the shows. Is it actually brings more content about who we are as fishermen, because it's not all cut and clear that we drop off the boat in the water, we go out fishing, do our live, come back. We really don't tell about the stories behind the scenes, as trouble of the boats and stuff like that. I mean, we always show the good stuff about how we do the fishing. So
yeah, but that, the story, like you said, it gives you context, but it really tells you about the person too, right? So
yeah.
And I think that's one of the things I like about, I'll say 99% of the people that I've met doing this YouTube thing, is they're pretty much all of them are just like you see on the TV, on YouTube, on your TV or on your phone or whenever you're in their live. They're pretty much the same person. But when you get stories like that, it's more relatable. So, everybody that goes through issues like that, they don't want to. I felt like an idiot when I first ran out of gas, but then at one point I'm like, what am I going to do about it? I'm just going to continue to fish and have fun and deal with it later.
I did a live. I think it was my birthday live. Yeah, I did my went out fishing on my day of my birthday, and I was having boat trouble. Like, I couldn't get the motor to stay running the whole time, and I was live doing it. So it was like, but the problem was, it wasn't just the live; it was the 20-something people trying to bring their boats in and take their boats out at the ramp, that I'm sitting there struggling and getting embarrassed, because here I'm trying to get a boat out and I can't get the motor to stay running, and everybody's like just looking at me like I'm some dumb person.
I know, man. That boat ramp can be stressful, man. I've seen some crazy things over the years at the boat ramps. We've
oh wow.
Was I with you the one night, Dustin, when the guy didn't have the? No, I think I was with Tanner from what's it called, his channel, The Life of Fishing.
The Life of Fishing. Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy couldn't get the plug in his boat, and it kept sinking, and then we're in there with buckets trying to get water out of his boat. And we're like, we just want to launch our boat. And this poor guy's got one of these fancy boats with the motor that runs up in the rocks. What do you call those motors? The jet motors. And oh my God, he was sweating bullets. But you see some crazy stuff at the ramps.
Oh, good gosh. James said, I knocked myself out cold on my boat the other day. I was out for maybe 5 minutes. Luckily, I did not hit my head when I fell back on the floor of the boat.
Oh, wow. Oof, I'm glad you're okay, James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible.
But yeah.
Yeah, we've
boat
noticed that.
Boat ramps are magnets for entertainment, frustration, and happiness. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. And like Dustin said, we people like the big fish, the content, or whatever.
Yeah.
But like even putting like they like the not so much bloopers, but sometimes like we had an instance where we've lost a fishing pole going down the river, and like
I think a lot of people have.
Yeah, like people like
phones,
yeah,
their tackle, their poles,
yeah. Like I
Hats.
think at first we were like,
hats.
hats. Like let's not show that, and then like, oh man, they love that. Let's post it. People love that stuff.
Well, like I said, I think it brings more relatability to the channel. If people see that you're doing things that they have done as well, they just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Not yet. He hasn't, Murillo.
I do have a tendency to do that. And another thing I like to say is, since we've been doing this YouTube thing, I think we have met a lot of awesome people, right? People that will, give you the shirt off the back if you need it. Will stay with you. The night that Austin and I was out at the ramp and my truck wouldn't start. The boat was in the water and the truck was up on the ramp and I couldn't get the truck started. I mean, not only did we have 25 people stay in the live while we were trying to troubleshoot the truck.
Yeah.
For an hour. Then I had Stand 3 come from their house to come pick up the trailer and get the boat out of the water and take it back to the house. And then Austin was kind enough to bring me home. Could have made me walk for making him stay out that late, but he didn't. So I mean, it's just the people that I've met have been some amazing people.
Becca. I lost a bathing suit off the boat. It blew off the boat, not off me. Oh, gosh, Becca.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. But yeah.
All right, Dexter. We will see you later, man. Appreciate you coming in here. Like I said, good morning to you. Have a good day at work.
Yeah.
All right, Dexter.
Yeah. We do have a killer crew here on the James River. The stands are incredible. Stand 2, Stand 3. Austin, I mean, that whole crew is just they're solid guys. So we're lucky to have them here. So
and we've also been lucky enough to have people come to us, right? So we've had Jeff Beal and Ed Evans come fish with us. Not just come fish with us, but they've also come back. That's right, Schuylkill River. They've also come back and Landon's dancing for us.
Yep.
They came back and fished the river battles on the James with us, not once, but twice. Was it 3 times? They donated some awesome stuff. They donated our net. That's why we call it Jeff and Ed.
Sorry, Austin.
So context to that, he was up underneath the truck pounding on my fuel tank while we were trying to get the truck started.
And there we go, sideways.
Oh, have you been to one of our lives?
I mean, if you've seen our show, you know we have to go sideways one or twice in the show at least.
Oh, that's good, Austin.
Austin will beat your fuel pumps for food.
Stand 4, stand 5, stand 6, stand 7, stand 8, 9. Of course, little Smith, Tiny Smith, and the boys. Good gosh, yep.
That's right. The entire look. I can't say enough about that entire family. Everything that they've done for us, ranging from teaching us how to use the gill net properly. Stand 3 showing me how to throw the cast net properly. And they let me keep my boat in their driveway because my HOA gives me such grief about it. So, I can't say enough good things about the Smiths. They're wonderful people, all of them. And Tiny Smith does a great job when she's captaining my boat out there on the river. And what I was going to say earlier was, we've had Ed and Jeff come down and fish the James River with us a bunch of times. I think 4 times now. We've had James come up from Tennessee. Cool Catch James came up with his new boat. and fished the James River with us. It's just, I don't know, it's amazing. We've gone to the dock and we've met Tom and Michelle, and we were able to fish with them. I can't say enough good things about the folks in this community. I'm so glad and so proud to be a part of it.
All right, we're getting to that point of the show where we do a couple things. So I will go ahead and mention this before we do our spotlight of the week. So anybody in chat, or it could be Dustin or Sean, we do a word of the week. So we come up with a word for the week that it's not a normally used word that kind of goes along with our everyday life. And my daughter will come down here and she will look it up and give us the definition of it. So while she's getting ready to come down here and do that, while we're all thinking of a word for the week, we will go ahead and do our spotlight of the week. And after we're done, we'll do the word of the week. And then Dustin will talk a little bit about our spotlight and something that went on at CatCon this year. A little bit more. Right. We'll have some fun with that one. So let me get that video started and we'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah. I know brain. Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, different commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's kind of hated based on all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody, let it matter. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous. I know I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me today, yeah. Don't realize the grass ain't greener on the other side, no. Please let me tell you for the last time. So now I gotta say goodbye.
Well, that was the 1 Ton Fishing Club.
1 Tonners for life.
1 Tonners for life. So have we come up with a word yet? Anybody know of a word that we might be able to use?
Murillo said his word is strategy. Strategy. I can't even say the word. Strategery. There it is. Strategery. Took me a minute.
That'd be good. That'd be a good one.
What are we doing?
Strategery. So while she's looking that up, so give us a little context about what I mentioned about before they did that, about what happened earlier this year at CatCon and and including me and you and Murillo and all them.
Speaking of Murillo, I said it's a made-up word, but I like it.
Yeah, it's a made-up word, but I guarantee he's probably in there.
Yeah. So at CatCon, like I said, it's a fantastic place to meet a bunch of awesome people, and we were trying to figure out what to do one night for dinner, and it was late. It was later in the evening, and we all decided to. There was a couple of people that said, "Let's do Chinese," and so I think we kept adding people to the group, and it was it ended up being a lot of people, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
We had Art and Josh from 1 Ton Fishing Club. We had Murillo. We had Tom from LG Bass. We had myself. We had Stan 3. We had Kevin and Anna. We had, of course, Mr. Kelly Bullock with us.
Yep.
Who am I missing?
Let's see. Said me, you, Murillo, Kevin, and his wife, Anna.
Yep.
We had Stan. We had
Tom.
Tom was with us.
Art and Josh.
Art and Josh. I think that was it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was quite a. We wanted to make a grand entrance. Because it was getting close to closing time for the Chinese buffet, and there was a lot of big guys coming in to eat some food, and so we made a pretty big entrance when we walked through the door. So it was a lot of fun. We got initiated into the 1-ton fishing club. I had two plates of food, and I was getting to the point where, like, you know what, I don't want to stuff myself. And then Art looked down at the table. He goes, "You know this is your initiation, right?" I'm like, oh. So of course I had to go get another plate. And then again, this is one of the other things that makes you feel welcome in this community, makes you feel good about where you're at. I walk around the corner with this third plate of food. What's up, Snacks? Oh, you got the AirPod in.
Yeah.
I walk around the corner with a big plate of food, and Kevin Legan stands up and starts clapping.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting when he started doing that. But I think I ended up like what? I think 4 plates for me.
Yeah, I think you ate
for me.
I know I only had the 3, but yeah, you ate one more than I did. I know that's for sure.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing, and it was a mistake. Don't get catfish at a Chinese restaurant. Oh, it's so horrible. Oh, it's the most horrible thing ever.
Freddie, the answer is no. But I will. Don't worry about that. Freddie says, "Snacks."
Best thing I think we had was frog legs.
Yeah, see, I was going to say I tried the frog legs. I wasn't a big fan, but hey, at least I tried them.
Yes, frog legs were actually pretty good. They cooked them pretty good. I mean, I've had better, but they were decent.
And so another part, you saw Landon, which is another part of our team, Snagging Whiskers, and another integral part is standing right behind Sean, and that's Snacks. What's going on, man?
Hey, how are you?
Good, man.
Are you tired and sore yet?
Not really.
They haven't been working you hard enough then.
Probably tomorrow morning I will be.
This is our basketball stud.
You got the word yet, or kiddo?
A term of art.
While she's talking about that, I was real quick. Another person that came up to the James River and fished with us is Freddie from FOA Customs and Gear. I know Freddie and Nina have been up here before with Stan, but Freddie came up and fished a tournament, YouTube tournament up there with us. And we are also proud members of the FOA Pro staff. And so that's what he's talking about there. So is Austin. So are the Stans. But there he was. Freddie's asking if I shared on any of the new stuff we got from FOA, and I have not yet. Freddie, just to answer your question, but like I said, I will get it to him.
And it's funny that Murillo came up with this word because it's the context of where this word came from.
Uh-oh.
And you're going to like this because this goes into what we're going to talk about here in a little bit. Strategery is a fictional word coined by the comedy writer Jim Downey in a now famous Saturday Night Live sketch written to lampoon former President George W. Bush. So it comes from, and now it's a phrase that he uses now in Saturday Night Live, which goes to our next thing is talking about your all show, SNL. So can it kind of give us a little background of what made you all come up with and start doing your own show now?
Sean, you want to start that off?
Well, I was just thinking about how we came up with the name, and I think the first time we did it, we're like, "Hey, chat, throw out some suggestions of what you think this ought to be." And I'm trying to remember some of the top names that were thrown out there. Can you remember any, Dustin? Besides,
No, but while you're talking, I'll go look them up because we put a poll out on our page.
Once.
Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, once we decided who the what like our final 3 or 5 was, I don't remember what it was, and
5.
we had the subscribers vote on it. So, but yeah, we had kind of started off doing the lives, and then we kind of wanted like an organized same type of thing, and Jody had moved her show from Thursday to Friday night. Make sure I got that correct. Yeah. And the slot opened up, so we were like, hey, maybe we can slide in there. And Dustin is definitely, we call him the CEO of the lives for Team Snagging and Whiskers. And I'm the CEO of the shorts, if you've ever seen any of our million shorts. But yeah, we that's kind of how we got started, was doing some lives. We would get like 4 people in there if on a good night.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back to our first. We made a lot of community posts over the last couple of years.
Yeah, and we kind of started the SNL like during the wintertime. We weren't fishing as much.
Danny Stone says, "You didn't tell me you were having Team Snagging Whiskers on." That's a bad Kelly. Bad Kelly. If I'd had missed it, you would have been in deep doo-doo.
What's up, Danny? How you doing, brother?
What's up?
Danny, it's been posted. It's been posted probably, 3 weeks now? I can't call everybody and tell them. What's up, Big Wrench?
What's up, Big Wrench?
There's Small Waters Charter in the house. Mr. John himself. He said, we need more cowbell.
More cowbell. I got to get down to Florida and fish with that guy. Man, he catches some monsters down there.
Yeah, he does.
So what Sean was alluding to was when we started our show, we wanted to make the show as much about our chat as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to give them the opportunity. Matter of fact, I think our first show was labeled, "What do we want to call this show?"
Yep.
Something to that effect.
Remember that?
I
think I helped voted on it too.
Okay, awesome. So I know I got the list of the top 5 names that we came up with. We whittled everything down to. We had a list of, I think, 25 names.
You got here? All right.
We had a list like 25 names that we whittled it down to. And I'll tell you, this is another reason why, we love our community and love the chat. And our James River family here. So we came, the last couple, the ones we whittled it down to were Snag Chat, Talking Whiskers, Snagging and Bragging with TSW. That was a second voting. TSW and Friends, and then, of course, Snagging Night Live. And our friend Austin from Fishing Fever is the one that threw out Snagging Night Live. Again,
I forgot about that.
We thank him for that.
Yep.
And Austin has also done for us. We were trying to come up with, when we created our channels, our channel memberships, I couldn't think of a name. Sean and I kind of went back and forth, and Austin at one point said, "What about Whisker Warriors?" Perfect.
That's why he won. That's why he won the big prize. He got to see your undercarriage.
Oh my goodness.
I will say up here, Freddie wants to challenge Snacks one-on-one in the court. Sean.
Yeah, I did see that.
Okay. I'm voting for Freddie.
Because I played against dude twice my height, almost. I'm a killer shot, so no worries.
All right, so what we'll have to do is we'll have to set this up next time Freddie's here, and we'll have to go live, and we'll do a live with Freddie and Austin, or Freddie and Snacks one-on-one.
One-on-one
and show you how I'm going to share this, and it's this is that poll.
There you go.
So I'm gonna show it. So you could see that Snag Chat got 5%, Talking Whiskers got 22, Snagging and Bragging got 26, TSW and Friends got 15, but Snagging Night Live SNL got 32. So I mean, it was a close race. It really was on which one was going to be. So it could have pulled either Talking Whiskers, SNL, or Snagging and Bragging. So
I'll be honest with you. I really thought Snagging and Bragging with TSW was going to win it.
Yeah,
But
and I like Snag Chat a little bit myself.
So you could see what I voted for because it's already highlighted. So I did vote for. So hey, it worked out just perfect.
We appreciate your vote.
See, I voted for that one too. Well, I voted for Snagging and Bragging with TSW.
Yeah, so he voted against himself.
But yeah, so that's that. So we like I said, we've tried to include our chat as much as possible, and we love having them with us when we go out fishing, or even when we're doing our shows. Getting input from everybody when we're doing our shows, trying to see what interests people. I think we did a lot of. We had a lot of interest in the river series that we did, and I think we're going to probably try to expand that a little bit. So that's hopefully coming down the road here shortly.
That'd be awesome, definitely.
See, Austin, now you're part of the family. Freddie told him to shut it. You made it big in the catfish community when they tell you to shut it.
Yeah, or they time me out or whatever for making fun of people or saying that they look like somebody else and things like that. They're twins. Like I did the other day. Like I did the other week, saying that Chad Fields was somebody's twin.
Well, Chad gets his feelings hurt kind of easy.
Oh, I know. Bless his
heart. He tried to call us out for going live over top of him just because I like to be on time when we start our show, and then Chad can't seem to end his show at 9:00. So he tried to call us out. But
welcome to Wednesday nights. Welcome to Wednesday nights when everybody's on top of each other.
I noticed that.
Yeah. So I don't know. It is what it is.
What it is.
Yep.
That it is. No, but there's a lot of people that have been doing this. I mean, Stan mentioned it a while ago, or he mentions it a lot actually. There wasn't a lot of people going live doing fishing lives and stuff like that 2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago. Now, everybody that's got a channel is doing lives, and it's hard. Even if we had somebody out there maintaining a calendar, trying to figure out, who's live as far as shows go, like scheduled lives, who's when, it's almost impossible not to go over top of somebody. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, most of the time, especially if we got a show and you've got an excellent topic. I mean, it's kind of hard to shut it down right in the middle of that topic.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's always somebody going to end up going over top of somebody. Always.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And when you're doing this fishing thing, it's you fish when you can fish, and if you want to go live, you go live. I mean, if the thing is, it's the viewers that make their choice of who they're going to watch, right? So.
And most people have multiple devices, especially if you're at home.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people's got their TV, they got their phone, or got an iPad or a tablet. They've got their computers. I mean, most of the time, I can run one on TV or on my phone and watch.
Yep. Or pan back and forth, watch one for a little bit, switch back and watch another. I do that a lot of times, bounce around, see what's going on. It's like the old school flicking the remote, seeing what's going on.
Well, I mean, the way they got it set up now, and I like it, is like, especially on our phone, is you can go into your phone and you can click on your subscriptions, and then click on live, and then it shows you everything that is live that you're subscribed to. So you have all those shows, so you can just click back and forth to either one of them, and it's so easy. So
it's so much better than regular television.
I agree, and it's free.
Yep.
Oh, Dustin will shut it down when he is sleepy. That's right. When I get tired, time to go.
Yeah, I would much rather like watch these lives and the videos and know like, oh man, Austin caught that big 50-pounder and Stan 3 caught 2 60-pounders. Like that's that's exciting to me. I like keeping up with that stuff. Like I don't know.
Absolutely. Evening,
Hey,
Shad Daddy.
And I agree to a point, Austin, on that. On the established shows thing is one thing, but the fishing is free for all. I do, but then again, I mean, nobody owns. I've got to the point now. Nobody owns any of these air times. Nobody owns a day. Nobody owns this time that I'm going on. So it's just anybody's going to go live.
Yep.
So
Yep. And I'm not much of a TikToker, but you see those guys on TikTok, man, they're all live at the same time. You'll flick on there and
oh yeah,
there'll be 100 people live every night. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, I mean,
it's
another good thing.
Game over there, though.
Yeah, another good thing about this community, what you'll see is, especially like if Jody's show is ending, or our show is ending, or Stan's show is ending, or something, whoever's out there doing a show is fishing. Everybody asks, anybody else going live?
Yep.
After this, and then they're like, anybody says, yeah, I'll go live, and then okay, well, send me the link, I'll join you, so they don't go live over top of each other.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Right.
it's a respect thing. We all we all respect each other, but when you're out there and it's a pop-up live and you just want to just go live to chat with some people. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have 2 people or 50 people. They chose to come watch you.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with anybody else that's live at the time. So
absolutely.
That's true.
Now, the one thing that a lot of people don't talk about, and I'm gonna bring it up with you all because you're all new to doing the shows because you've not done it very long. Is what's your thoughts on people coming in and say such and such person is live? I mean,
like
a lot of us don't like that. A lot of us don't like somebody coming in and say, "Well, such and such is live right now."
I mean, my 2 cents is, I don't prefer it, but it's like anything else. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to block somebody just because they did that.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
So it all boils down to choice. If you're putting out content that people want to watch, and somebody else comes in and says, hey, so and so is live now, as long as they're saying, now if it's so and so is live right now, that's one thing. But if so and so is live, going to be live in 30 minutes or an hour or whatever, that's something totally different.
Yeah.
But if the person is trying to do it just to get people to leave your live, I mean, it all comes down to the viewer and what they want, right? So if you're putting out content and people want to watch it, they'll stay watching.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And we're the type too, if we're live and we're like, hey, if anybody wants to come up on panel and fish or just chat or whatever during Snagging Night Live, hey, everybody's welcome.
Oh yeah.
As long as we got a spot for you.
Yeah.
So
and it's like JG says, it depends on the subject. Or I mean too, because I mean, we're talking catfish. I mean, somebody could be talking about panfish. They could be talking about outdoors. They could be talking about hunting. They can be talking about cooking. I mean, there's always a topic for somebody. And if we're on top of each other, it don't matter because the ones that want to go watch stuff about bait fish or they want to talk about outdoors, they can go watch them.
Right.
That's true.
I mean, there's always a different topic or interest for everybody. So,
and like you said, if I mean, I can pretty much guarantee, unless it's a pop-up live, that somebody's like so we go on at 9:00. If somebody just popped up at 9:25 or 9:30 and we went live, and somebody came in and said, "Hey, so and so's live," I'm like, we've been doing this for a while. We've already established that what I meant was we've been live for half an hour now, and then somebody's going to come in and say so and so's live. So be it. So be it. It is what it is. But like you said, everybody has that live button on their YouTube channel. So if you go in and you hit that live button, you already know that somebody's coming up live. So there's no need to tell anybody that somebody going live at 9:30. Everybody pretty much already knows that.
Oh, absolutely.
So
what's coming up for your show coming up here soon? Anything new?
Not at the moment.
Ball fishing and trophy cats.
That's right. Not at the moment. We're gonna get out. We're gonna try to fish for the show as much as possible. Now, if we have something coming up, if we see like it's coming up, of course, fall and winter time. But if there comes a time where we think it's going to have big storms or whatever, we're gonna try to we'll have something, have someone up on the show. I know we last time I did a live with when I was out cooking and smoking the barbecue.
Yeah.
I asked a couple of people towards the end, and Martin from the UK said he'd be willing to come up and talk to us on the show. So that's something we can line up. So Austin said, hopefully some big fish. They deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so a lot, as much fishing as possible. Get your weight up. That's right. FO weight.
Yep.
So as much fishing as possible on our show. But if it comes to a point where we're going to be, you have to be indoors, we will definitely have folks like Martin come up. We'll have to work something out with him because the time difference is going to be a big obstacle with Martin.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're gonna work on. I think I want to, like I said before, I want to expand the river series, expand on that topic a little bit. It's just trying to find people in different parts of the country that fish different rivers and finding time for them to be able to come up. We've had some awesome people on our channel, some people we never thought we'd have. But Sean had just went out and started asking folks, and they said yes. So we really greatly appreciate everybody that's done the show, and it's awesome when people give you their time to come up and chat with you a little bit about the topic that you love so much.
Absolutely. Oh, we're getting to that last little bit of hours. Anything y'all want to, any farewell information you want to give out to them about you all, about your channel? Any advice?
Sean?
No, you mentioned it earlier. We got we're just got on the pro staff with FOA, and man, that's some great equipment that Freddie and Nina have over there. And like I said, the last two flatheads I caught were on the FOA hooks, 10-aught hooks. But yeah, check out FOA. They got some great products. TSW10 will get you a little 10% off. No, we appreciate everybody. We appreciate you letting us come on the show tonight.
No problem. Appreciate you all taking your time out of your day and coming up and hanging out with me. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Let's say hi to one of my good buddies there, Mr. Monty Sheets with Mr. Guard Dog.
How you doing, Monty?
If you bank fish or on the boat, and you might want to hook up with Monty Sheets with Guard Dog. It actually is a excellent product. It will help you with that short bite, definitely. So definitely look over there with him.
Just to kind of follow up on what Sean was saying, go check out FOAcustomsandgear.com. We don't like support and advertise for things that we don't believe in, right? And we have had nothing but success with all of the gear that we've gotten from FOA, from the 10-aught get 'em hooks to the Bright Bites to the Nina Ninja floats. They've got a lot. He's got a lot of new products coming out. They're putting out on the website. So
I've seen
do us a favor. Go check out their products. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. And like I always say, we're out here and we're promoting FOA Customs and Gear. So you can use code TSW10. You can use code Fever10. You can use code 2stands10. It all gets you 10% off. But just at least go check them out. I'm gonna like to see there.
Yep. And it's FOAcustomandgears.com for all your FOA products. Yep. And he will be at CatCon again this year. So definitely be this coming year. So definitely need to come out and support him. Definitely, because it's one of our local guys that fishes with us and hangs out with us all the time. So definitely.
Yep. Those rods
would also be amiss. Be amiss if we didn't mention Ancient Mariner. Ancient Mariner has worked with us for the last 2 years, and it goes back to advertising for those products. Those reels are some of the, in my opinion, one of the best reels on the market. And I don't think you're going to find a quality reel like that has a lifetime warranty anywhere. So Ancient Mariner, ancientmarinerfishing.net, I think is his website. He changed it from .com. But yeah, go check them out. Again, those reels, you can't go wrong with those. You won't be disappointed.
Oh, absolutely. No, and especially his rods being the 5 foot and the 6 foot. I mean, those are good rods. They handle good, and trust me, being a 5 foot rod can handle some big fish. I've seen them. I've seen some big fish coming off of, especially James River with the stands. Stand 3's definitely put in the work and tested. I mean, he has tested the snot out of that rods, and they they'll hold up to the test, definitely.
Absolutely. Thank you, Freddie or JG, for putting Freddie's website in there.
Absolutely.
That's right. Fishing Fever wants to remind everybody, keep your eyes out. We're working on getting a James River get-together, meet and greet type gathering in the next probably month and a half. I've been busy, so trying to contact the place. But anyway, we're trying to get a meet and greet together. So keep your eyes out for that. Thank you, Austin, for reminding me on that. And I got you, JG. I will definitely get you on the books.
Yeah, awesome.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on here and hanging out with us. And
thanks for having us.
Probably do this another time. We'll get you all back on here later on, and we will get out of here as long as there ain't no matter anybody else needs to say anything. All right, appreciate it. And we'll close this out with our exit closure.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, everybody.